You got a Maine Coon thinking it'd be like any other cat. Maybe a little bigger, sure, a little fluffier. But then something happened. They started following you room to room, chirping at you like they had something important to say, sitting in your meetings, supervising your cooking, hogging your pillow. And somewhere between the fur tornadoes and the 3 a.m. trills, you realized, this is not a cat. This is something else entirely. Here are 10 things only Maine Coon owners truly understand. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Number 10. The dog debate. Someone, at some point, has looked at your Maine Coon and said, "Are you sure that's a cat?" And honestly, you get it. Maine Coons fetch. They follow you to the front door when you leave, and they're there when you get back. Mine used to greet every single guest like he was the host of the party. He'd sniff their bags, weave through their legs, and basically refuse to leave them alone until they acknowledged him properly. Other cats hide under the bed when company comes over. Maine Coons act like they've been waiting all week for this. It's charming, a little chaotic, and completely unlike any cat you've had before. And yet, this is just their baseline. Number 9, their sheer size. You knew they were big. You did not know they were that big. The first time your Maine Coon stretched out across the couch and claimed about 2/3 of it, you probably just stood there for a second. Mine knocked over a full water glass with his tail while sitting completely still, not playing, not being mischievous, just existing. Their paws are enormous. Their bodies are long in ways that seem physically impractical. When they sit on your lap, it's less sweet kitty moment and more I cannot feel my legs. And picking them up feels like lifting a very furry, mildly offended toddler who did not ask for this. Number 8, the chirp language. Forget meowing. Maine Coons chirp, trill, and produce sounds that genuinely sound like they're trying to form sentences. Mine has at least 6 or 7 distinct vocalizations that mean completely different things. And I know what each one means now, which is either impressive or mildly concerning depending on how you look at it. The one that sounds like a tiny question mark at the end? That means he wants to show me something, usually a toy, sometimes a spider. Once, a sock he'd stolen from the laundry. The chirping when they spot a bird outside is an entirely separate category of unhinged sounds. If you haven't heard it, you're not prepared. Number 7, the quiet intelligence. Maine Coons figure things out, not in a "oh how cute" way, in a "this is actually unsettling" way. Mine learned to open lever-style door handles within a week of us installing them. He watched me do it twice. Just twice. He's also worked out that the sound of the fridge opening means there might be cheese involved and has started arriving before the door is even fully open. These cats observe. They problem solve. They remember. If you've ever had a Maine Coon stare at you for a long moment right before doing something they absolutely know they shouldn't, you understand exactly what I mean. Eyes like they're running calculations. Number 6, the shadow routine. You don't go anywhere alone. Not to the bathroom. Not to the kitchen at 2 a.m. for a glass of water. Nowhere. Maine Coons have a whole shadow routine that begins the moment your feet hit the floor in the morning and ends when you finally fall asleep. And sometimes continues after that, because they have opinions about where your feet are under the blanket. Mine sits outside the shower every single morning. Not yowling, just waiting. Judging, probably. The second you step out, he sniffs your feet to confirm it's you, and then trots off satisfied. It's a ritual now. I'd actually be worried if he skipped it. Number 5, the playful chaos. Maine Coons play hard and they play often, well past the kitten stage. We're talking calculated ambushes from behind door frames, suddenly sprinting across the apartment at 11 p.m. for no discernible reason, batting toys under the fridge and then complaining loudly that the toy is gone. Mine once became completely obsessed with a plastic ring from a milk jug for 3 weeks, not the expensive wand toy. The milk ring. He'd carry it around, drop it at my feet, and wait for me to throw it. Every single evening. The thing is, you never know when the zoomies are coming. You just learn to accept that sometimes something invisible is clearly very funny to them. Number 4. The grooming reality. You were told Maine Coons are easier to groom than they look. That person lied to you. Or maybe they just accepted it so completely that it felt true. The fur is everywhere. On your clothes before you leave the house. In your coffee. In places physics shouldn't allow. Brushing sessions are a whole event. Some Maine Coons love it. Mine tolerates it with the energy of someone enduring a mandatory meeting. And the seasonal shedding? It's less a shed and more a full molt. You will own a lint roller for every room. You will find fur in your car. You will find fur in things that have been in sealed boxes. That's just life now. Number 3. Their fierce loyalty. Maine Coons pick their people. And once they do, that's it. It's you, forever. Mine has a clear hierarchy in our house. He likes everyone fine, but when I sit down, that's where he goes. When I'm sick, he doesn't leave the bed. When I've had a genuinely rough day, he does this thing where he just sits next to me, close but not demanding anything, just there. It doesn't read like typical cat indifference. It reads like something decided you were worth sticking around for. Non-cat people sometimes call Maine Coons dog-like when they talk about loyalty, but honestly, it goes beyond that. It's quieter than a dog's loyalty. And somehow that makes it more. Number 2. The family bond. Maine Coons don't just attach to one person. They attach to the whole household. Kids, other pets, grandparents visiting for the holidays. Mine became best friends with our golden retriever within 2 weeks. They nap together. They groom each other. The cat is the one who initiates most of it. With kids especially, Maine Coons seem to understand instinctively that there's a different energy there. More patient, more gentle, slower to swat, quicker to engage. I've watched mine sit still for a 5-year-old doing an extremely chaotic petting session, something he would never tolerate from an adult. They read the room. They adapt. They become part of the family in a way that sneaks up on you. Number 1. The unforgettable habit. Every Maine Coon owner has a story. Not a cats are quirky story. A specific, particular, completely unique to their cat story that they've told at least a dozen times because it still doesn't make full sense. Mine walks figure 8s around my ankles every single time I stop moving in the kitchen. Not sometimes. Every time. For 6 years. No explanation, no reward system, just circles. Other owners I've talked to describe things like cats that bring specific objects before every meal, or sit in the exact same spot at the same time every day like they're clocking in for a shift. Maine Coons develop routines and rituals that feel almost ceremonial, and after a while you just build your life around them without even noticing. That's what nobody tells you before you get a Maine Coon. You don't just get a cat. You get a personality, a presence, a creature with opinions and habits and an inexplicable loyalty that you didn't know you were signing up for. And once you've had one, everything else feels a little quieter. If you've got a Maine Coon, drop their name in the comments and tell me the one habit that nobody else would believe. If this video felt accurate, hit like and subscribe. More Maine Coon content coming very soon.